Okay, here we are with another modern matchup. This time we're in game 2, Living End versus White Black Tokens. We lost game 1, so I think we're going to take the opportunity to be on the play here. This hand's pretty nice. Obviously we got to watch out for hand disruption from him, but we've got a few cyclers, so hopefully we can get around that. He's up the swamp, but no disruption, so that's nice. And we just cycle our Carabid, and just find a Pale Recluse. Probably going to cycle that next turn, so we can have 3 lands. One plays a Suppression Field, so it's pretty bad news. It means that all our cycling costs 2 more on all our creatures. So respond by sacking my fetch, as that will cost 2 to do as well once the Suppression Field comes down. And I'm going to cycle, running a Temple Garden. I decided to play the Temple Garden and decided to wait. I've got a few options here. I could Beast within the Suppression Field. Even if we want to play Violent Outburst, obviously we can just respond to whatever creature he plays by playing the Outburst. Or we can just add another creature to the graveyard by cycling a Deadshot Minotaur. Seems that that'll only cost us 3. So quite a few options. So we might as well just see what happens. He goes for an Inquisition, so that's kind of forces my hand here, and I'm going to go for the Violent Outburst. Not going to get a whole lot back, but 8 power on the board is not too bad. Especially seeing as though he's not got a whole lot himself on the opposing side. So there we go, no follow-up plays either, so he's in a fairly good position. We're going to attack for 8 here, put him down to 12. Everyone just plays Raise the Alarm, which is not too scary. Tidehollow Scholar takes our Deadshot Minotaur. Another Suppression Field means that cycling is going to be particularly expensive if we ever want to do that. Attack for 8 here again, blocks with his soldier tokens, and I'll just pass back. Lingering Souls creates 4 tokens, and the opponent attacks for 2, putting me down to 13. Fortunately, he's not really in a great position to not block, so we attack, and he quadruple blocks our Carabid. Meanwhile, we're actually getting closer and closer to being able to hard cast our creatures. We can hard cast Pale Recluse next turn. So put him down to 6. Still only got a 2/2, and chooses not to attack. Running Got Chewer, which is one of my sideboard cards. Probably not a whole lot of targets, but obviously Tidehollow Scholar is a target, and it's a nice one for me. So blow up the Scholar, get my Minotaur back, and attack for 4. Could have attacked with the Arbor as well, but didn't really make any difference. And if you had anything like a Restoration Angel or something, I wouldn't really want to attack into that, as I can play my Pale Recluse and possibly even my Jungle Weaver if I draw a land next turn. And yeah, opponent concedes. We're in a difficult spot. Only had 2 cards in hand, and clearly none of them were able to deal with the amount of damage we were able to deal. So yeah, I think this match goes to show that you don't always have to do a massive Living End. You don't always have to have a ton of cards in your graveyard for it to win you the game. I only brought back a Carabid and a Pale Recluse there, and it was enough to seal it up. And meanwhile, I managed to get enough lands to actually hard cast some of these guys, which is one of the things I like about Living End, that you can hard cast some of your creatures. So even if your combo does get disrupted somehow, you can actually still win out the game by playing out your creatures, which is pretty good. See how things go in game 3.